Good morning.
Obeisances, Dandavat Pranams.
Dandavat, Dandavat. You have to please keep reminding me because I do have to speak even more quietly today because there's just a glass door and devotees sleeping on the floor, sleeping on the couch. Hare Krishna. That. All right. Rasananda Prabhu already sending obeisances from the chat box, Rasananda Prabhu in Sochi, and Dana K sending flowers, hearts, obeisances, and all good things. And Praneshwari is...
Dandavat Maharaj. Good morning, obeisances.
Oh yes, you're reminding me with your voice. I need to be quiet. All right. And you're outside a magic tree somewhere, probably a kalpavriksha. Have to
Yes,
make it
Maharaj.
bigger on the screen. Well, you know where it is.
Sita Bokul, Maharaj.
Where?
Sita Bokul in Puri.
Oh, Siddha Bokul.
Yes.
Wow. Looking healthy. Well. Okay. Siddha Bokul. I wouldn't have recognized, I must say, from the building. Okay, who are we to be able to recognize a kalpavriksha? And Siddha Bokul in Puri reminds us of the tree beside Srila Gurudev's Acharya Bhavan in Navadip, which had hollow inside, and which Gurudev seriously told, this is kalpavriksha, desire, wish-fulfilling tree, and we must be very careful what we think underneath this tree. This math was established in the 15th century by a king of Orissa. Famous non-Hindu devotee of Lord Jagannath, Saint Haridas, was staying in the ashram, worshipping the Trinity from 1512 to 1533. Oh my goodness, I don't think I'd ever seen dates before. Ooh, legends, I don't like the word legend, but anyway, say that once Chaitanya planted a toothbrush of Lord Jagannath in this ashram, which developed into a big tree. This tree is alive to date through its skin. The mutt. Mutt, this is for us like Sri Chaitanya Saraswat, mutt.
Yes.
The mutt, M-A-T-H would be our spelling.
Yes.
To mark this incident as Siddha Bokul. And there you have an example of how V and B are almost completely interchangeable in the Bangla. Bokul, so Bokul. The ASI has taken over the mattress president. Or ASI must be some institute.
Yes, for conservation.
Okay. All right, very good. So let's see the from okay, now
You remember now?
Well, yes, I do. It was the angle. It looked
okay.
It was the angle, but oh yeah, I mean I remember the place very much, and this is the entrance. So you're looking towards the entrance of the mutt itself. That archway at the end, I think, coming in. Oh yeah, this is the main temple, and I don't remember the names of the deities, but you see, nicely decorated and looked after. Jai. Okay, so our beginning of our back to basics is a pilgrimage to Siddha Bokul, a pilgrimage to Puri, and remembrance of Nama Acharya, Srila Haridas Thakur. He not only did he chant very perfectly, but he preached. Not only did he preach very perfectly, but he also practiced what he preached very perfectly. He chanted perfectly. Hence, Nama Acharya, the example, the perfect example for us. Hare Krishna. All right, we've come together. Let's do what we do when we come together. And not to forget, we are with devotees, and we're with a rare breed of devotees who've come to recognize and come to be recognized by the Lord, but come to recognize the descent coming through Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Bhakti Rakok Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and through Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada and Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj. So we're with a special family here. So first of all, to all our special family, to each other, may we give our obeisances. Bancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And we shall begin with one verse which contains everything. I know Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but we are going to, oops, what did I click? Not sure. I've lost you all for a moment. Okay, I know you're still there. I'll keep clicking while we chant this one verse, which must be very powerful. Hopefully it'll get me back to where I should be. That is Vandeham. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitan Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitanscha. And we can't quite stop there, can we? Let's do Om Agyana Timarandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratije Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Yes, Seva Rupa Devi Rasi, sending obeisances to all the devotees from South Africa. From early morning, you are the earliest in the morning devotee. And Leela Moy, and I saw Vrindavaneshwari. Yes, Leela Moy, Vrindavaneshwari. I think our latest in the night devotee. And Udaran Prabhu, just nearby. Also, he's got his headphones on and microphone, probably because he's got to be quiet too. Udaran Prabhu, Dandavan. Hare Krishna. So back to basics. Preaching is the essence. Srila Prabhupada gave this expression. Purity is the force, books are the basis, and preaching is the essence. And it was some months ago, Seva Rupa reminded us of this. She picked up this quote from somewhere. But this week, more than a week, since Saturday of the previous week. So anyway, yes, this full week, then we've been in the preaching field quite in a lively way, practical way, in the 3 dimensions, not just on the screen, which is maybe 3 dimensions too. Anyway, on the screen plus maybe 2 more dimensions, because you've got the physical and you've got the added kind of presence. For instance, chanting kirtan with the devotees and taking prasad with the devotees. These are the things which are a little limited to do over Zoom. So we could ask Udaran Prabhu, are you able to talk, Udaran Prabhu? There?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay, then maybe we can ask a live devotee just to give a little summary, or as you wish, to share something for the for the nourishment of the devotees present, because we all have been nourished this week, and you can share something as you feel with the devotees.
Well, it's always hard to say to me something, but what's going to my mind is that we tried to bring home comfort to this retreat, that those festivals that we made, and by your grace, by the grace of Keshavananda Prabhu, I think everyone who participated in that festivals and in this retreat that we had, everyone was happy, and nobody wants to end this this retreat. And as someone said to me, so why is everything ending on this point? So we should have more time with you all together. So that's basically what is going to my mind. That's by your grace, by the grace of Keshavananda Prabhu and all of the Vaishnavas, we had really, I think, heart-to-heart transaction there. So yeah, I don't know what to say.
Well, a little summary for those who don't know what we've been doing.
Okay, so
yes.
So last weekend we had two festivals, actually. One festival in small town Rezekne, and next day also we went to Daugavpils. This is the second biggest city or town in Latvia. So there was a program like a Veda Life, standard Veda Life programs, so yogas, some astrology, numerology classes. And also there was our two main speakers, Maharaj and Keshavananda Prabhu. And yeah, we introduced Bhakti Yoga to our guests. And after that, we moved to like a big house with the territory near Rezekne, like well, to retreat to our retreat place. So in this retreat place, we try to dive into Bhakti Yoga, and also there was classes like yogas, like asanas, and everything that we had in festival time. So we just had in this retreat also, but not like not in small time, but actually spread it into a few days. So yeah, what else?
And yesterday evening, so now we're in Riga. Also, Udarambu is in Riga, the capital city, or near Riga. I think you live just outside. And we're in Riga. And yesterday evening, we did a public program in Riga. It's in the Riga city, near the city center itself, in a yoga studio and a studio which is used for various things, of Tanushri Devidasi, one of the devotees here. And I was surprised that there two people who came to the retreat and who were with us in the retreat only briefly, because the retreat was during the week and they're working people, but they drove down our new family members, Braja Kishore and Indumati Devirasi. We basically said goodbyes because they live 3 hours plus hours away by driving. And they said, no, we had to come. So they didn't want the retreat to end. And so they kept coming. So they arrived yesterday and they were in the evening program. And also one lady, Alyssa, who was in the retreat, she also came yesterday. So still continuing, following up on what they've been hearing. Anyway, this is a little bit of sharing. And we basically, you can say, we're trying to do what Mahaprabhu wants, which is to basically chant the glories of bhakti, of devotional service, chant the glories of the holy name, and what can we say? Distribute mercy, try to give an advertisement of what is available in the grand distribution booth of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his current of generous distributors, means our grand masters of Gurudev, Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. And by the way, yesterday we were doing Zoom and to Australia, and I mean, I am surprised sometimes that we don't know who sees. We had devotees also in the evening yesterday. There's one devotee, and said, I tried to say some things that we've been doing in Italy, this, that, and the other, and she said, yes, I know, I follow everything that's going on, and this, that, and this, that, and the other, and we have no idea that, and like anonymously, they're seeing. And I also follow some things around the world, anonymously. And but yesterday from Australia, seeing that retreat and seeing those two programs that we didn't know that they're seeing and watching and everything, but the devotee, one of the managing devotees there, they are inspired to make similar things there at our Yukai Govinda Dham ashram in Australia. So unknowingly doing something in one place, we're thinking, oh yes, so this is what we're doing. But by the modern technology, it's being seen around the world and giving inspiration and giving ideas for others of how to people reach. I saw Chintamani before, or her Chinese, yes, there she is still, her Chinese dancing picture. So this people reaching has entered into the official Vaishnava dictionary of the world. So some ideas for reaching people. And so those programs, they've given inspiration to the Australian devotees to do something similar. And other things we discussed. They called me afterwards. They called me later in the day, after we'd already been talking with them, and they're asking how to do, what to do, and so many things. All right. Back to basics. Oh, somebody tell me to speak quietly, please. back to basics.
What I forgot to say, yes, that two inspired new devotees also from Daugavpils, they came to just for one day to the retreat to receive initiation. So as Vraja Krishna Prabhu said to me, he already felt in his heart that he is going to resignate this one day, and he wants to receive initiation. It will happen this time. So Vraja Krishna Prabhu and
Indumati
Didi, yes. So they were very, very inspired when we came first time in Daugavpils with Suresh, and Vraja Krishna Prabhu in that time, first time, he said, oh, finally you came to our town, so we were waiting for you so long. And yeah, that was half a year ago, and now happily they are the parts of our family.
And they've been chanting for years. It's not only the last few weeks or something that they came. So we did meet them 1 year ago, is it? Something like that. Anyway, last time we were here.
Yeah, we met them in autumn last year. It was November, yes. When we first time came to Daugavpils together with Suresh, yes. To the public program.
So they've been waiting actually for several years. So now some opportunity to connect them to our Guru Varga. It is their mantrams, their seeds, their pedigree, their tree, the Bhakti Lata tree, Bhakti Lata Kripa. Hare Krishna. Yes, so Pranashri, something to contribute, or questions, or Fin.
There are no questions, Maharaj. But when Lilamoy Prabhu told me that you are in Riga, I didn't know about Riga, anything. So I checked, and it's such a beautiful city, Maharaj. So let me just share a little bit. There are thousands of photos here, but I'm going to show you just a little bit because
Yes.
the devotees are blessed, are blessed. You were there, and
Yes,
this is
yes,
such a
yes.
beautiful place.
And
Really
each of
gorgeous.
these buildings has got some kind of history. And there's a devotee here, Kamalika, and she used to be like a guide to show tourists around. Some years ago, I think now, but the very first time I came to Riga, then she gave not only me, but a little group of us a guided tour. So if I was a good receiver of everything she told me, I could tell you something about these historic buildings. But it was a major port. The town means the shipping place for connecting Russia and that section to the rest of the world at one time. But it's not a very big place. Well, you can probably see. Oh yes, oh yes. We've done Harinam Sankirtan just beside here before. This is the park, isn't it, Udaram Prabhu, in the center? With the yes.
Yeah,
oh,
yes, correct.
We've done Harinam Sankirtan right there.
Such a beautiful place, Maharaj.
You can see the trees are
saw it.
smiling.
Yes, I saw it, and I said, wow, such a beautiful, beautiful place.
And yesterday, one couple and their daughter, young daughter, maybe 9 or 10 years old, they came from Estonia. Have you heard of Estonia? It's another of these hidden countries on the Baltic Sea. And they came up from Estonia, and we've met before in St. Petersburg and maybe one or two other places, but they're part of the team that have brought, I think he's a sound person, right, Udaran Prabhu, doing sound for the Veda Life programs and things before. And so he's now a married man in Estonia. And so they came, and they came up yesterday, and they were very bright and happy. So they joined in our evening program. An evening program included chanting and dancing in 3, 4, 5 dimensions, however many dimensions. Hare Krishna. And to Jagamohini Devi Rasi, to Tonga Rasa Devi Rasi, to Gabriela is Gaurangi Devi Rasi.
Gaurangi.
Yes, Gaurangi. And to Madhava Prabhu. His name here is Michael Madhava, but Madhava Prabhu, we know Madhava Prabhu. And so to all of you who've put a little note on Facebook, then we thank you for the reminder that you're there, and we're very happy to have you with us live. And those of you who are seeing the recorded version, we're happy to have you with us. You're one of the hidden viewers, like we were mentioning just before, so many hidden viewers of what takes place. And you're very welcome, because we want to share, we want to see the good things that are happening around the world. And I see Praneshri in the meantime has got a little quote, perhaps. This is from a post called Teach Me Sharanagati, that completes the presentation of the book's first song and includes some explanation of it by Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Devaswami from the editor's note. Oh, that's a long introduction. And Agya Yavam Gunun. Without the diacritics, it's a bit difficult to say the Sanskrit, but the translation is realizing the qualities and faults of the socio-religious system, Varnashram Dharma, which I have instituted. One who completely abandons it and serves me is the best of all sadhus. So this is some topic for today, is this right?
It just got my attention because you said we have to read Sharanagati, and I was behind So I started reading, and this caught my attention.
And Sharanagati from the very beginning, as you can see here, this is from the introduction, I think, was it? Something like this. Anyhow, from the very beginning, we should try to read the Sharanagati book. And by the way, we are still going through Sharanagati because we came out from Italy, so we lost a little momentum. But I have my witness, because Keshwanandru is here, and Keshwanandru and myself, we are still going through Sharanagati. I don't know what number we're up to, but we're getting through there. And there we can say, like, it's so tasteful and so substantial and so necessary for us all. And we can think, why wouldn't we be going through Sharanagati? So again, some encouragement this time for all of you to keep on going through Sharanagati. And if you haven't started, then to begin and go through in your own time and go through song by song. Some of the songs, the last kirtan of some of the sections of Sharanagati, they are high kirtans, but we'll go through and we give our respect to those kirtans and what's expressed there. We give our respect there with our feet on the ground and not imitate or anything else. But as we go through Sharanagati, then we can see who is giving us that book is not an ordinary person of this world. So many aspects as we go through Sharanagati again and again for us and for us to appreciate into whose association Krishna has allowed us to come and to hear their guidance. And a little more explanation by Srila Govinda Maharaj. So would you like to read kindly, Praneshwar?
No, Maharaj, please read to us, read to us.
Okay, so anyway, in the explanation by Srila Gurudev, in order to learn Sharanagati, one must first fall at the feet of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the teacher of Sharanagati. The teacher of Sharanagati to the jivas, non-different from the acharyas, Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatan. So bow to his feet, who is the personification of the ideal of supramundane devotion. So we have to first of all fall at that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's feet and pray, Kandiya Kandiya Boli Amito Adhama Shikaya Sharanagati Korohe Utama. Crying incessantly, I pray, I am so lowly. Please elevate me by teaching me Sharanagati. Then Srila Gurudev, after that translation, saying, we as enjoyers who have forgotten the Lord are perpetually burning in the blazing fire of the threefold miseries of this illusory universe. Various evil desires, anarthas, have made us forgetful of our true selves, that we are Sri Krishna's servants and children of Nectar. So we've forgotten that and turned us into slaves of Maya. So the various evil designs have made us forget that and turned us into slaves of Maya. Hare Krishna.
That we are children of Nectar. We have Srila Gurudev and we have Srila Guru Maharaj to constantly remind us of that. And in turn, we just try to serve as much as we can. This is the concept of children of Nectar for me is so sweet, so beautiful.
And it is the nature, the actual nature of each of us when everything false has been removed. Hare Krishna. We were born from nectar. We were born to taste nectar. Search for that. Don't be satisfied by anything less. Hare Krishna. And there's Rupanuga Prabhu looking down from heaven with the blue skies behind. And I know because a little bird told me that you're back in Australia. For some people's night is other people's day. Other people's day is another person's night. But for Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, the sun never sets on Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. And here is the evidence. Hare Krishna. And Sudevi with us in Australia too. And very happily, Sudevi, hearing of your sincerity, your continuing, your giving life to other devotees by your good behavior and good practices and sincerity. So everyone has their contribution in Krishna consciousness.
Dandavat pranams, Maharaj, Dandavats devotees. Yes, always aspiring anyway. I can't say that it's consistent as I would like it to be, but that is the aspiration.
A man is known by their ideal. And don't get caught up with man and woman. A person is known by their ideal. So your ideal, and that ideal has been given to us by these devotees who we've been quoting here, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And here's Srila Gurudev helping us to understand who is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. These ideals are given by them. We are learning what we should aspire for, just like it's at school. I remember being young, and one question that grown-ups kept on asking me at different times, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I had no idea. We just grow up. Are we going to grow up? But along the way of our life's journey, we do have to start to think, oh, what do I want to be when I grow up? And then, go with the flow, or be artificial and try to force something. But if we go with the flow, we can think whatever's due to come is going to be like that. So presently, I didn't really want to be any longer a train driver. Somebody else can do that. I'll be the passenger in the train. But what is our ideal? And I have to say, in the mundane world, then it was people who we mixed with, for me, that made me choose whatever it was. Well, I chose civil engineering for, following on from the school life was civil engineering, because I was mixing with civil engineers, because they were doing the sport I was doing, and they used to drive me here and there, and they liked their job and they were well paid. So anyway, from there you kind of get some idea, okay, I'll be a civil engineer. But if we associate with the devotees, and if we associate with the good civil engineers who are enthusiastic, we're going to be enthusiastic for that. But it's temporary and destructive. But when we come to Krishna consciousness and come to associate with the good devotees, then we can get some ideal, some ambition. Yes, when I grow up, when I become sensible, not just have a body which doesn't grow anymore, but when I actually grow up and become an adult, a grown up, when I'm a grown up, yes, this should be a proper ideal. And this is given to us by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who's looking at me right beside, by the way, on the wall here. So I better be careful. And by the way, Gurudev is looking at me on the other wall, so I better be careful. Hare Krishna. And I believe Guru Maharaj is always looking at me, so I better be careful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And we know it actually, if we are sincere. When we think that when we're in difficulty, we pray, and then we think they can hear us. Then when we're not in difficulty, they can also hear and see us. So to be Krishna conscious, to be Guru conscious, to be conscious of our family of nectar, children of nectar. If we are children of nectar, we must be in a family of children of nectar. Seva Rupa Devidasi has given us a little something here. Oh, it's a direct message. Maybe I'm not meant to read it out. Is it secret? Please, can you touch on this point? I was unable to explain it to my mum because my mum said that Srila Prabhupada preached the Varnashram system. Okay, so this is a question, this is a topic, and this is certainly relevant to back to basics. And here we are. So first of all, I give a quote. Oh, it's that same quote we just read. Quote, realizing the qualities and faults of the socio-religious system, that is Varnashram Dharma, which I have instituted, that's Krishna speaking, by the way, one who completely abandons it and serves me is the best of all sadhus. Then Sevarupa Devidasi asking if we can explain it. Yes. Now, there are many things that we have heard it starts with Srila Prabhupada said. And so much so that one of our sweet sannyasis actually composed quite a humorous but to the point poem, which was entitled Srila Prabhupada said. And it had like, and one day that may manifest from somewhere, I don't know, but it was an instructive poem, which humorous, but so many things which are attributed to Srila Prabhupada said. But you know, some of them we can think that yes, it's quite possible he did say this. And one of those quotes which I've heard and I've never seen written anywhere, maybe some of you had, they say Srila Prabhupada said that he was training, first giving training of how to be a human being, then giving the Krishna consciousness, but first become a human being and not an animal. And even, I mean, I did hear Srila Prabhupada say, he is training monkeys to become humans. Now, I don't know if you said it or not, but if you look at the nature of the unrestricted Western world, and if you look at the nature of monkeys, which is like in your face when you're in certain places where there are lots of monkeys, like Vrindavan, and a little differently, but in Navadip, then you can see that nature, just unrestricted, everything just going on and out, you know, for oneself, etc. That this nature, it is the animal nature. It is the human, it is what humans are doing, but in a more, you know, I don't know, presentable way. I don't know what the word is. But when there is society is without guidance and unrestricted, then it's like monkey nature. It's like animal nature. And even animals, mostly that have less freedom, because monkeys they have some choice whether to be naughty or not. We see them and we do know monkeys. I mean, we can recognize something of what the monkey is thinking and doing. You know, one monkey will do that, and the other monkey, he's thinking about it, and no, I better not do that. So, you know, that monkey nature, that animal nature within us needs to be trained in order that we can think of higher things, in order that we can leave our animal side and come to the divine side, and leave this like very selfish tendency to adopt the very selfless tendency. So Varnashram Dharma is coming to give civilized life. And in Srila Prabhupada's books too, when there is a description of Varnashram Dharma, then in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a chapter, there are some chapters, I don't remember exactly the word for word titles, but like instructions for a civilized society. And then instructions for the perfect person. I think there is one chapter, and like this, there is some different instructions about how someone should behave. And even in this world, there are instructions on how to behave, whether we want to, I mean, whether we see it as an instruction or not. We think, oh no, it's normal. you don't go out naked to go to the office, even if it's a sunny day. I mean, there are some things which society already is kind of saying, oh, come on, let's be reasonable. But even, okay, that's an extreme example, but, there are etiquette in anywhere that you go. If you go anywhere, we're mentioning university, if you go to the university class, everything, there's some etiquette. You can't just be fully self-centered. But Varnashram Dharma is the religious, the socio-religious, as written here, arrangement of the Lord to make us into civilized human beings. When we are civilized, then we can start to think of higher things. And as long as we are dragged, didn't we have a quote just before, dragged by our evil propensities into illusion, then digging ourselves into the mud is not going to be favorable for getting ourselves clean. Even if we do get a flow of clean water in the mud, as soon as that flow of clean water stops, we're in the mud again. So the Varnashram system is to get us to be clean. Then from that standpoint that we'll come to understand, yes, everything is in Krishna, nothing is for me. Now here I am. So all of this adherence to the strictness of the different socio-religious categories, then that's had its purpose. And now our purpose is, whatever it takes, I need to be a devotee. And it's Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who stressed this point, because he also was challenged by he was challenged by so many people. And this is the arrangement of Leela. Why Leela? Because it gave, by the challenges, it gave the opportunity for Mahaprabhu's answers to those challenges to be given, but to be recorded for us all. And so Mahaprabhu, he's giving us, come straight to Krishna Bhakti. Similarly, Guru Maharaj, in a lecture, in a debate with the leader of one of the famous religious societies in India, then that leader of the society, he was talking with Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj was feeling some dissatisfaction. He'd heard the lecture and he's not feeling that it was fulfilling. And he'd already heard about Mahaprabhu's message. And anyhow, that leader of the society, he was saying, yes, I appreciate what Mahaprabhu taught, but first we should come to what was given by Buddha, the ahimsa, then step by step we should understand the different stages and do this and the reverence, and then we can leave those and then come to Mahaprabhu's teachings. But Guru Maharaj pointed out, but Mahaprabhu gave immediately, don't spend time in these other pursuits. Here is the conclusion, come to this conclusion. So Bhagavad Gita is giving us guidance from 0 or minus all the way through to the top plus with Sarvadharman Parityaja. And that top plus also being explained by Guru Maharaj, Vrindavan, coming to Braja. Braja or Braja, don't get caught up. Oh, I hear it, Braja. And then, no, Braja. It's Vraja and Braja, same, and not different. Even now at the beginning there, Praneshwari showing the signboard about the Siddha Bokul. There's Siddha Bokul with a V, but it's Bokul. Same, not different. So coming straight to Braja, when we can recognize that, and when we can recognize this teaching, then we are ready to come straight to Braja. But if we say, oh, no, that's like radical. No, I have to stay firmly where I am, and we're thinking that this is religious life, then we still have some time to do in the religious formalities. But if we can recognize the goal, and that actually it's all leading to that spontaneous raga marga, then we are fortunate. And while maintaining a good example in society of following the rules and regulations of where we are, we will try to keep association with those who aspire for that raga marga, and we worship that from a distance from here. So this is the richness of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. It's richness of Mahaprabhu's message, and it's the richness of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and our trinity of masters, headed by Srila Bhakti Rock Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj. They will each say that. Srila Prabhupada says that, Gurudev says that, and not just says that, they are giving full acknowledgement. And it is radical. Encourage your mum to read Guru Maharaj books. Search for Sri Krishna, loving search for the lost servant. I mean, every book's the best book, every chapter is the best book, every page is the best page, every paragraph is the best paragraph. So, but your mom is a good lady, don't worry. Oh, look, we're going to read Rupanugaru's newspaper. See what's in the news today. Birth, death, old age, and disease. And the Maha Mantra coming to pick us up from all of that. Hare Krishna. And Paramananda Prabhu is with us, looking almost the size of a jiva soul, 1/10,000th tip size of the tip of a hair. Paramananda Prabhu, you're in the car with your phone a long distance away.
Yes, Maharaj.
And would you like to, are you able to share something? Are you the driver or the passenger?
Both.
Both. Oh.
From which side you consider? I'm driving myself, so I'm a driver and a passenger.
I thought you had a very modern car where you just press the button and the car drives you. So you are the driver and the passenger. Who gets fined, I wonder, in those cars if you exceed the speed limit?
No, that will not happen in my lifetime, Maharaj. I'm not going to take one of those cars.
You don't have that faith.
Speaking of Sharanagati, I will put my Sharanagati somewhere else, my faith somewhere else, not into that. But
Hare
it's
Krishna.
interesting. I'm not sure if Praneshwar Nidhi brought this subject up consciously, but this is the subject we discussed this morning. And that was Srila Govinda Maharaj addressed in several chapters, one of them called Dive Deep into Sharanagati. And that's when he quotes, he's actually on the theme of Bhagavad Gita, the ending of Bhagavad Gita. So he quotes that famous verse, Sarvadharma Parityaja, Mamekam Sharanam Praja. And then he explains. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
He explains how Guru Maharaj presented Braja in this case. He said Braja means action, it signifies action, move forward. And then he adds, dive deep into that reality. And then Gurudev said, actually, he's giving Arjuna so many instructions. And there's a delay in his pastime, delay in the battle. So at that moment, he's a little bit, we can say, in the divine way, irritated by Arjuna's incompetence and the weakness in that moment. So he's giving him the whole Bhagavad Gita, but it's all pastime. I mean, that was for Arjuna only. And then Gurudev said, even though Krishna in this kind of mood, and he's concluding, just give it all up. Whatever I said, just give it up and fine. When he hears Braja, he forgets everything and his mind and heart goes to Brajadam. He is automatically drawn by the love of the residents of that place. He doesn't remember where he is, who is Arjuna? Where is it? What? He's completely gone in that moment. That's how Govinda Maharaj presents it. So Guru Maharaj explains that that is the Sharanagati. The Vrajadam is a perfect example of that. And the inhabitants of the Vrajadam are the perfect examples of how to be a Sharanagata. And that's what something we aspire for. So again, it's the same principle. It actually starts from the principle of Sharanagati and it ends forever. It's not ends even, it's forever. It's ongoing. The Sharanagati is ongoing principle. It does not disappear. It keeps going. It's deeper and deeper, infinitely expanding. So we're talking about the sincerity of our prayers a little bit. So we're here in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that I will reciprocate to a degree of your surrender to me. The degree of your Sharanagati, how much you're giving yourself to me, I will reciprocate accordingly. So if we want to be sincere in our prayers, we must put some practice of Sharanagati into our life. Then we can actually pray. And we can actually say, yes, we're trying to be a devotee. And when that is absent, then we haven't started yet. But somehow we all started by the grace of our guardians. Nature, it happened. Nature, they're setting us on the proper way. They're pushing us, giving us inspiration to continue. That's all I can say on that, Maharaj.
Well, I know you can't say much more. That's all you're going to tell us today. Our installment. Actually, you see, coming again and again to the theme of Sharanagati, this is what Srila Guru Maharaj says at that in that introduction to Prapanajivanamritam, that because faith and surrender are the very essential ingredients, basis of our spiritual life, we should always discuss and remember the importance of faith and Sharanagati. And we can't surrender without faith, so we must develop both. It's in a simultaneous journey. The faith increases, the surrender increases. And don't be afraid. If you have some choices, and we all have choices in life, if we have a choice and we know, oh, well, the best choice is this, but I'm not brave enough to do that, to rely on Krishna so much, I can only rely on him a little bit. So I better, do this, so I've got assurance of my future and, surrender. But if we come to these junctions in our life, or small things that happen every day and big things that happen every now and again in our life, changing career, this, that, so many things come up, and changing home, house, location, many things come. But if we put the Sharanagati principle, the surrender to the Lord, he's my guardian, I should do for him, make these choices, then if we are a little brave, then we will find that Krishna will be more than a little pleased. And this reciprocation from the Lord will come. And Guru Maharaj said, it was a discussion about somebody taking sannyas. But this idea of surrender, that we're coming to surrender, that the necessity to surrender, how important it is, that Guru Maharaj said, if we are somewhere and we're on a wall, whether he said a wall or not, but if we are in a place and we can see over there, there's a beautiful land, I should be there and not here, and we are prepared to jump, make a big jump to go there and just rely on that plane. If we are prepared for that, even if it means we're risking breaking our legs by jumping over there, there may be some inconvenience, there may be some pain comes in our attempt, but I am determined to go there. If we have that kind of intensity, then this will be very healthy, and then we should make that jump. And when that jump is for Krishna, for this surrender, more surrender, taking full shelter of the Lord, then Krishna is not going to let us break our legs or anything else. He's going to give that cushion. But we are prepared to do that. That's our intensity of intention. And then the Lord is there, and he is seeing our decision is this. He's not going to neglect his surrendered servitors, surrendered souls. Hare Krishna. But little decisions happen every day. And if we can make all the small decisions in the right direction, then we have hope that there'll be more clarity on the bigger decisions that come from time to time in life. And if you want to know about life a little, what is it they say when they're teaching the facts of life. You're going to teach the children the facts of life. But if we want some facts of life, yet another good soul that we know, not actually initiated, but been a friend of the devotees for years, sweet, sweet person, passed away just a few days ago, another one. So, just a reminder that this world, there's no certainty at any point. So we don't want to be morbid, but we want to be realistic. That's why we need to be shaken a little bit, to shake up, to remember what is what we're meant to be doing. Not only what we're meant to be doing, our proper use of energy, as we said before, grown-ups. What should a grown-up be doing? Not just the same as children are doing, but with more expensive toys. Even though I see some pretty expensive toys that children have these days. Not just to be entertaining ourselves, but some proper purpose, some dignified purpose in life. And that has been given by Mahaprabhu, by Rupa Goswami, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and our sweet family. Hare Krishna, Ajita Krishna Prabhu is with us, Jayadev Prabhu is with us, Muktinath Prabhu is with us. Your Journey to Joy Retreat, right? That was the name of the retreat. Muktinath Prabhu made the banners, made the t-shirts with the mat logo as the theme behind it. And there we are, Muktinath Prabhu, helping look after Govinda Farm. Govinda Dham in Australia, Govinda Farm in Thailand, Vila Govinda in Italy, and lots of Govindas around the world. Govinda Mela just took place in California. And Priyanana Devidasi with her flower, Narayani Nadia in the forests of California. And Leela Moy Prabhu in the night of Brazil. And Praneshwari Devidasi underneath Siddhabok. Hare Krishna. And Dana K. If I didn't mention you, I did mention you earlier on. Yes, because you sent your flowers and hearts and obeisances. And still remembering you. Yesterday, I thought to take a photograph of that place. It reminds me of you here. Circle K, it's called. But the K is separate. So Dana K. Remembered by the Vaishnavas, and certainly all the Vaishnavas send you good wishes, Dana K. So everyone faces difficulties in this world, but be a devotee. That's the light at the end of the tunnel. Hare Krishna.
I thought of Dana K when I saw the reports from Govinda Mela, and there was a couple with a kid, Ramachandra and his wife went with Narada Muni, the little boy. They drove from Alachua, where they live. They live in the ISKCON community of Alachua, and they drove to California. And I thought, maybe they were near Dana K, and maybe they could have given them a ride. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were going.
In America, do they have, in Europe, they have BlaBlaCar, where you can, it's an app, it's a thing where you yourself register and you can take people with you, and where you yourself can register and go with other people. So you pay some amount towards the cost of the journey, but it's a fraction of what you pay normally. Do they have something equivalent in USA?
I suppose. I just learned from you, so I'm going to Google that to have it handy.
Because that's also how devotees get around.
Yeah.
And in Europe, by the way, because we have our Ukrainian devotees in Vila Govinda, and they are quite poor. I mean, we're all poor in the sense of, you know, real wealth, but they find out how to travel and how to stay. They have these couch surfing app,
Okay.
where also, maybe for free also, I'm not sure, but they like host it in somebody's home. And anyway, this way, as they travel, like 1 night, 2 nights. So there may be some way that Dana can travel, and I think wherever there are devotees, she doesn't have to worry about prasadam and affection and all those things, but the travel can be a bit expensive.
Yes, yes. Oh, Maharaj, I had Muktinath on the spotlight because I think he has something to tell us. He is very special devotee and very dedicated. But now he got shy and he closed his camera.
Well, he may be doing service. He may be.
He's always doing service, Maharaj.
Right, so he maybe put the phone down. Anyway, Muktinath Prabhu, if you wish, oh, here we are. He's back. Prabhu, I have a little mystery question in my mind. What's Praneshri Devirasi referring to? She's a good advert, you know, so now you have to come up with the goods. Hare Krishna.
Dandavad to everyone. I would like to say maybe that the summertime is a time of festival, and like you said before, some unknown following program, some unknown person. I'm one of that person. I try to join all the festival. Villa Govinda 20-year anniversary, and Govinda Mela in California. Okay, yes, very wonderful, very inspire me. Yes, so now is a summertime of the festival, and we have I had opportunity to follow every festival by some social media, some live streaming. So that's amazing. Chamatkara, and from Sokol festival is clarity. 2 words.
Yeah.
2 new words, 2 words to focus on. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so in the association of the Chamatkara and beautiful clarity, clear devotees, then we need to continue our day. Our day is going to start in a few minutes with Mangalati. Believe it or not. Then after Mangalati, then duties all day. And today, oh yes, 3 p.m. today, Latvian time, whatever time it is with you all, join us by heart, because we're meeting up in one place, like a pre-organized place at 3 p.m. We're meeting there, and then we're going to be doing Harinam Sankirtan in Latvia here. All right, so Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda, excuse me, Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakhak Sridhar, Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. And Jai our whole Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki Jai. And Guru Maharaj and Gurudev's deities, Saparika, Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundar Ju ki Jai. Nama Acharya, Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Shri Siddha Bokul ki Jai. And Jai Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. and all today's present day Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya Brinda Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. And to all of you good devotees, you fortunate devotees, to have this recognition of Mahaprabhu's teachings coming through Rupa Goswami, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and to our Trinity, to all of you fortunate devotees, Ki Jai. And on Facebook, I see that Mathura Basini joined us also. So happily having you with us there. And those who we don't know are with us, to all of you Jais. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha, kripa sindubhya evacha, patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Jai Srila Bhaktiranjana Madhusudana Maharaj Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. So Udaran Prabhu, we shall chant in the streets together a little later in the day, along with the hearts of all the devotees here. Okay, Narayani Nadia, don't forget to join us by heart. Okay, she's in the forest. Dandavat Narayani. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good week in Seva. Dandavat.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Dandavat.
All welcome, Ajita Krishna, and all welcome.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So very special. Always nourishing. He's always giving so much. And that's not his intention. He doesn't do it just like planning. He doesn't plan. It just flows from his heart because that's what he got. He got into his heart directly from Srila Guru Maharaj, directly from Srila Govinda Maharaj. And it just comes out naturally, spontaneously out of his heart. Jai Hare Krishna. Dandava Pranams. Have a nice weekend.